The red line has been crossed. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here. And in today's video, a major bearish movement on the United States stock market, combined with ultra sideways movement on Bitcoin and Ethereum, could mean that the cryptocurrency space could stay trading sideways for a few more weeks, to even going into a correction over the next few days. But ever since our resident Bitcoin cosplayer Donald Trump came out in favor of Bitcoin, the Biden administration has decided to change tone. We may be about to see a major correction on Bitcoin, but the presidential race is coming, and both candidates now seem to be in favor of Bitcoin. And so in today's Daily Dose of Crypto, let's talk a little bit about how a correction may come in the short term, but everything's coming together for a major rally to happen over the course of the year. Without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Cryptocurrency has largely been trading sideways over the last 7 days, with Bitcoin seeing only a 0.29% increase and Ethereum dropping slightly. In fact, our top movers in the top 10 would be Cardano, which is down 4.3%, and Toncoin, which is up 3.4%. But across the board, most of your favorite cryptocurrencies aren't moving a whole lot. The two biggest exceptions to that rule are two of our picks, Chainlink and Uniswap, which are both up between 13 and 17% over the last 7 days. The bears have not been very strong in the last 7 days, with absolutely nothing on the top 100 coming in at negative 10%, but there have been many projects, namely down in the lower 50 on the top 100, rallying over 20% in the last 7 days, including Notcoin, which jumped into the top 100 after rallying 142% in the last 7 days. This is a cryptocurrency which is already fully diluted. All of its total supply has already been released, and in a very short week has rallied from $500 million in market cap to $1.3 billion in market cap. It's a cryptocurrency that literally says probably nothing when you click on its website. So while I do sense a sense of sarcasm, I'm gonna leave it to you. Is this a cryptocurrency that you're going to invest in? I'm personally not buying it when it's already up 150%, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. In other news, PayPal makes its retail stablecoin play with PYUSD now on Solana. PayPal has seen itself as the leader in digital payments for the last 25 years, and their recent PYUSD stablecoin is another facet of their strategy to remain the #1 in digital payments. PYUSD is coming to Solana almost a year after first debuting on the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum works well, said PayPal Senior Vice President of Blockchain, Jose Fernandez de Ponta. Ethereum works well enough, said PayPal Senior Vice President, but if you're interested in retail payments as we are, basically you need at least 1,000 transactions per second, and you need transaction costs in the pennies, not in the dollars. This is one of the reasons that they have added PYUSD onto the Solana blockchain, which will end up being a very bullish thing for Solana. You see, we've talked about before how Bitcoin and Ethereum have low inflation, but also high fees, because you run into the fee versus block reward and inflation dilemma. Solana, on the other hand, shows to be quite inflationary, north of 10%, some years 20%, but the fees are very low. That will naturally lead it to being heavily adopted by companies that are trying to keep transaction times low and fees low, but it also scares away investors like me from holding it for 10 years because of the inflation. This, however, is definitely a point in favor of Solana, because PayPal, the payments giant, is now going to be building out on Solana as well. Big win for Solana. But it's not the only win for crypto this week coming from the traditional media. As we've talked about, the orange man himself, Donald Trump, has been in favor of Bitcoin now for a staggering 2 weeks. And with that shift in tone from his previous anti-crypto stance when he thought it was something that was going to hurt the United States dollar, that has put the Biden campaign on red alert. The Biden campaign has been ramping up crypto industry outreach in a surprising tone shift over the last couple of weeks. Sources told the block that they noticed a significant, quote, shift in tone from the Biden administration and campaign towards crypto, with a new willingness to understand digital assets and their communities. The new outreach efforts come shortly after the Biden administration faced backlash for signaling it would veto an alleged anti-crypto bill. President Joe Biden's re-election campaign has, quote, begun reaching out to cryptocurrency industry players seeking guidance on crypto community and crypto policy moving forward, and the engagement efforts, which started about 2 weeks ago, comes as the Biden camp increasingly recognizes the impact crypto-related issues could have on a presidential race that is likely to be close, sources told the block. There is a concept that in times of peace, it's actually very common for the president to change. The pandemic is over. We are coming out of that, and so we are moving back into peacetime. During wartime, nations very rarely change their leader because they really don't want to have somebody come in and screw up what's already working. We are at a state of peace right now, and it is very possible that Donald Trump could get elected. Donald Trump, on his part, over the last month, has come out very pro-crypto, probably because he realizes that if he is pro-crypto, he can get that part of the electorate, which currently is kind of up for grabs. He's been leaning right and libertarian anyway, which is kind of where Donald Trump falls in the political landscape. This has left Biden completely open on his flank, as most of the left has been following Maxine Waters and Elizabeth Warren on their anti-cryptocurrency campaign. Biden has largely been doing the same thing. This is the first election where cryptocurrency voters are going to become their very own bloc, and so Biden realizes that he's got to go for the crypto vote for the first time in the history of the United States. This is something that I predicted would happen all the way back in 2017. It is now coming to pass, and it does signal the maturation of the cryptocurrency space, and it also means that we're likely going to start having bipartisan support from the Republicans and the Democrats for cryptocurrency, which is a level of legitimization that cryptocurrency has never had and could desperately use. But speaking of Bitcoin, it has been quite a boring week. Bitcoin has largely been trading sideways following the $15,000 rally that we have witnessed over the course of the month of May. We originally rallied $15,000. We're still up $12,000 from where the month began, and there are even quite a few different technical indicators that could be indicating a correction on Bitcoin soon. For example, the MACD is starting to cross bearish for the first time in several months. The last time we saw a major bearish MACD cross on Bitcoin signaled the beginning of the entire corrective movement that we still find ourselves in back at the beginning of March. Our very own crypto Jeb oscillator, built in partnership with LUX ALGO, has seen the bulls take their foot off the gas, and the speed that the bulls have been rampaging at starting to slow down. We are now coasting and losing speed over the last few days. Ethereum is in a pretty similar boat, seeing that it's been correcting for the last several days as well, pulling back to this uptrending level of support. It threatens to drop all the way down to 36.65. We've also got MACD falling over potentially towards a bearish cross on Ethereum, just like on Bitcoin, and similarly to Bitcoin, we have seen the bulls take the foot off the gas, and they're starting to lose acceleration here on Ethereum. That being said, the 3-daily chart on Ethereum and its MACD is still remarkably bullish, with the bullish MACD cross coming in about a week and a half ago, and crypto Jeb oscillator showing the beginnings of bullish momentum starting. This means on the medium-term time frames, the 3-daily chart, it looks like we're going to start seeing a rally in the next several weeks, even if in the next few days we see a corrective movement, and we're seeing the exact same thing on Bitcoin as well on the 3-daily chart. A potential buy signal could be coming in any day now, but Bitcoin just needs to rally up to probably about $70,000 and maintain a bit of a rally for a few days to get that buy signal to come in, and that 3-daily chart MACD bullish cross to occur. This all comes on the heels of an S&P 500 opened the stock market below the 524 level, which was the all-time high that the S&P 500 set on the 28th of March, 2024. This is the first time in a very long time that the United States stock market has broken below a previous all-time high. When we originally broke above 480, our all-time high set right before the Russo-Ukrainian war, we never, ever, ever fell back below that level again. Instead, we would just rally for several months, and when we did correct, we did not come back down below 480. So what will this drop below an all-time high for the first time in several years mean for the stock market? Time will tell, but it also comes with a bearish MACD cross on the daily chart for the S&P 500, something we also haven't seen since the beginning of this correction, which lasted a couple of weeks and totaled about a 6% drop. If you can see the contrast here, then it means you're probably a professional cryptocurrency investor and trader. The contrast is on the short term, things are looking bearish. Drop on S&P 500, potentially a drop on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. On the longer term time frames, we're looking at bullish crosses coming in on MACD, bullish momentum building on the crypto Jeb oscillator, and we've got a lot of very bullish things going on in the political landscape with the Biden camp and the Trump camp now both trying to appease the cryptocurrency space. Crypto probably feels a little bit like a hot fudge sundae at a Baptist cookout right about now. And we've also got the fact from the economic standpoint that the ETF for Bitcoin is online and flying. The Bitcoin halving has taken place, which we know over the course of a year almost always and has always historically led to a major rally. And we've got the Ethereum ETF approved and now likely to come relatively soon. Short term, we're bearish. Long term, we're bullish. What do we do? Well, you see, if you want to take an engine up to a very high speed, you've got to do something over and over and over again. In a car, you might have your engine running 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 revolutions per minute. But every single time that engine goes down and up, the piston goes down and up. And when it's up, the fuel comes in and the spark comes in and you have the little combustion and then the piston goes down and the momentum brings it back up. It's the exact same thing over and over and over and over again on a beat. Every single time you listen to a nice song, it's on a beat. If you want something to succeed, it's on a beat, right? And so I challenge you, what is your beat for investment? How are you investing on a regular basis? I want you to think about it in musical terms, in car engine terms. What's the beat? Are you investing every single week, doing the exact same thing every single week? Our investment plan looks like this. Every interval, we will invest a certain amount into our cryptocurrency portfolio on a certain exchange. That is our investment plan. You fill in the details. Every Friday at 2 p.m., we will invest $100 into Bitcoin on crypto.com, whatever exchange. What is your beat for investment? Because when the long term looks good, but the short term looks like it may end up with a corrective movement, that gives you the perfect time to start start dollar cost averaging and set up that beat so that you know when to invest in the cryptocurrency space. I would love to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. When do you invest? How do you invest? How much do you invest? And did you enjoy today's video? Let us know. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also make sure to check out today's video, which is brought to you by LUX ALGO. Go to luxalgo.com/Jeb. Sign up for the #1 technical indicator in the entire game. They completely single-handedly revolutionize paid technical indicators, and when you sign up with our link exclusively, you'll be getting access to my very own custom-built Crypto Jeb oscillator, which I use every single day in my analysis. Make sure to check them out, luxalgo.com/Jeb. Like I said, before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.